the surrounding green. Take care of the nature before it takes care of you. Ooh, take care of the nature.
The late Wangari Maathai once said, it's the little things that we do that really make a difference. And in today's episode, our focus is on rehabilitation of land or areas or mined areas. We meet up with Hesbon Obara, an environmental officer who's working with NGOs and the county government to make sure that areas in Kisii County are falling none or short of that. Welcome. My name is Anne Mashari. Thank you so much, Hesbon, for having us.
Most
A
welcome.
brief history about this place, first of all.
Okay. The name of this place is called Tabaka. Tabaka is a very popular village worldwide because of the Kisii soapstone. So basically, the people here, their major economic activity is making the figurines out of the stones. So this is an industry which has been existing for the last more than 500 years old. So basically, it has attracted a lot of people to this area from all over the world. And the people from this area have also actually traveled everywhere in this entire world. So it has necessitated people to have mixing of different cultures here and there. But basically, in most cases, what they're doing is production of the figurines, the sculptures, and the like.
Oh. And because this is an environmental show, I want us to focus on being an economic activities. Of course, there's a land degradation. How do we go about that?
Now, as you can see on the quarries, the type of mining activities that they're doing, or the method of mining, is open cast mining. So, and these individuals, the miners themselves, they don't use machineries to do that. So they use simple tools. So it means that the moment they go down, so they keep on going down until they get the exact quality of the stones that they want. So along that process, you get that there is a lot of land degradation. But to curb that kind of a menace, then these people sometimes, with the help of the county government and other non-government organizations, they do backfilling of the area, especially where they have exhausted or the pits that have become a bit risky. So they do the backfilling of the quarries, and then they plant the trees, as you can see on some of these quarries. So here we are standing at British Quarry. It's called British Quarry. It's one of the oldest and the most beautiful quarry. So in this particular quarry, you can get huge chunks of stones of different colors, beautiful colors, that you can produce very good quality of items. Okay.
The planting of trees is one of the rehabilitation methods. What kind of trees do they plant?
You know, Kisii is an highland,
Yeah.
And the trees that actually do very good here are the eucalyptus. And people have really fallen in love with the eucalyptus because of the economic aspect of that particular tree. So the eucalypts, normally, they mature very fast. So people here because most of these quarries are actually on top of the hills. So eucalyptus are the most preferred type of trees. And then because they grow very fast, they're able to hold the soil firmly, and then they try to protect the environment in that manner.
So apart from mining, they also get a living from planting this tree. So we can also say they're environmental conscious.
They are very environmental conscious because in this particular quarry, you'll be able to see there was one NGO which was called Site Enterprise Promotion. By that time, I used to work there. So after the backfilling of the exhausted quarries, which were a bit risky, they planted the trees. Now, I think I saw some 2 or 3 months ago, the owner actually harvesting the trees and selling them and getting an income out of it.
Okay, and we've talked about this having different types of stones here. Would you mind expounding on that?
This type of a stone, normally they call it soapstone. So you go everywhere, whenever somebody mentions that soapstone, it tells you that that's a stone which comes from Kisii. But realistically, maybe if I give you a brief history, soapstone is found all over the world. It is found in Canada, it's found in North America, it's found in Brazil, it's found in India, name it. So when the white man came here, that is early 1900, they saw this stone, and then out of the characteristic or the way it used to appear like, they liken it to the stone which is found in their country. So hence they gave it a name soapstone. But realistically, it's not soapstone, because soapstone, chemically, it has a major chemical composition called talc. That's why when you crush the soapstone, you get a talc powder. But this particular one, there was a research which was done by Timothy and Pekela in 1985. So it did a lot of a feasibility study on this type of a stone, and then they did a chemical analysis on the stone. The research revealed that this stone does not have talc. Hence, it is not supposed to be called soapstone. The major chemical composition it has is called kaolin. So by that, then it means this type of a stone scientifically is not found anywhere else in the world except in Kisii, Kenya. Hence, we feel that it needs to be given a GI, geographical indication, meaning that it's only found within this area, nowhere else in the world. Yes.
All right. And that's a brief history which we appreciate, but there are many places in Kenya where people do land degradation, but rehabilitation becomes a challenge. How do those people, or any, because mining is happening all over the world, people are doing sand mining and everything. How do we, how can you tell, what can you tell these people?
The people of Tabaka, they are lucky because most of their quarries are found along the main roads. Okay. So, and as you can see, there are several road constructions that are going on around this place. So those vehicles which are transporting the soil, which has been dug out of the roads, instead of them taking it elsewhere, some of the quarry owners go and request to get that kind of soil, and then they come put it on their exhausted quarries, and then they plant the trees. So in that way, they tend to prevent land degradation and bringing the land into the normal state it used to be some years back.
Okay. So in your opinion, Hezbon, can we balance between conservation and economic aspect?
Conservation and economic aspect. Of course, mining sometimes it removes some of the like plants that used to be there. The ecosystem, it tends to destroy the ecosystem, because like initially you used to have some other trees that are now extinct. So, and then the culture here is that everybody wants the eucalyptus. Yeah. So we are trying very much to encourage our people to plant those indigenous trees, because if you're not careful, then it means we're going to exhaust, or some of those trees are going to be extinct. So we are encouraging, we as the county government, we are encouraging our people to plant such kind of trees, because if you're not careful, then they're going to be extinct. We don't want them to rely on the eucalyptus alone, because the eucalyptus basically is because of money. But the other trees which are come with several other benefits, like herbal medicines and some of the fruits which are very good for your health. So we are trying to encourage them to plant such kind of trees so that they don't, for future generation also, to get them.
All right. Thank you so much, Hezbon.
You're most
Very
welcome.
informative.
Thank you so much. Because it's environmentally is okay.
Okay.
There's no problem there. Because number one, it acts as a windbreaker. So we realize that if without that, on top of the hills, then most of the houses can be blown off. So it somehow tends to do that. And then you see the eucalypts, You see those people, the way they are. They are down on top of they're just trying to shelter themselves out of the scorching effect of the sun. So you can get others under the eucalypts actually carving and becoming very comfortable because of effect of the sun. Inapanda very fast. So see the way he has done. We train them on how to do it. So with that, then hii miti yote ilipandwa na that organization called Site. It was done by an NGO called Site Enterprise Promotion, which was funded by DFID. It was a project. Hata those sheds, you see those sheds ziko pale? Ziliekewa so that watu wakati kunanyesha, they don't waste time going to shelter elsewhere, so they continue with their work.
Surrounding green, freshness, sweetness, happiness that the surrounding green. Take care of the nature before it takes care of you. Ooh, take care of the nature sure it takes care of you. Yeah, freshness, sweetness, happiness that the surrounding breeze. Freshness, sweetness, happiness that the surrounding breeze.
So behind me are eucalyptus trees, but they were not there before. How did they come about it? This is after the break.